Hi, welcome back to my channel. This is Patricia Stuart of Patricia Stuart Originals. Here I have a homemade stencil that I use cardstock paper, regular weight cardstock, and using a craft knife. Just cutting out randomly shapes. And it's something that you may want to do sometimes. Create your own stencil. You create something original, a print that is unique and original and all your own. So I'm going to be using my 8x10 gel plate today and some wet strength tissue paper and this stencil. And I'm going to take quite a few pulls using different colors, working with Liquitex basic acrylics and also some golden fluid acrylics. And let's see what we can create from the stencil. So I'm going to go in with some Liquitex lime green. To pull my first print, and not going to go heavy with it. Want it kind of thin. Lime green is one of my favorite colors. Okay. This will be my first pull. That's a nice even color. And so now I want to do some shades, like sea colors of the sea, teal, blues. So the next color I will go in will be some aqua green. Spread that. I guess enough where I can get the paint to come through the stencil, but not too much. So one stencil I'm going to pick up the paint. So I'll use this, the first pull. Just pick up as much of the design as possible. I like the transparency of the tissue paper. And that's a pretty color combination right there. And as you know, there's always a ghost print. Okay, I see my stencil popped in one place because one thing I like about the cardstock, it really hugs the plate. So this is a nice ghost print, and so I'm going to pull this one. Let's see. I'm going to use some rose pink Liquitex. spread this. I think I have a little piece of paper sticking up here. I'm going to take a clean sheet. Let's see if we can pull up that ghost print. It'd be nice if it came up clean off the plate. And so we have this here. Not bad. Okay, I'm going to go in with another color. Little cerulean blue. This is a nice way to get a nice print design with the same stencil. And I'm going to take this and go in again. And I turned it upside down this time so I'm not getting this same stencil print in the same direction as the first one. And make sure that it picks up. There. That's a really nice clean pull, getting all the colors. And now once again, I don't want this to tear, which I think it did one more time. It really, the cardstock really hugs the plate and it gives such a nice ghost print. But depending on what you made the stencil out of, you have to be careful it doesn't rip. Okay, so I want to get this up. And let's see. I go in with a little yellow. I'm going to take a clean sheet for this one. Okay. And if you use the paint, you know, more thinly, you can pull up a nice print. Sometimes too much paint won't pull up that ghost print. And as I can see, it's not absorbing well using that particular paint for some reason. It's not really pulling up, but that's okay. Still a little sticky. I'm wondering if I go back in with this, can I get this ghost print up? Or I'm going to have to use something completely different. It's such a nice ghost print. Okay, some of it's coming up. And it did. Okay. And so we see all the colors, this ghost print. Okay, so I'm going to go in with one more color, some teal. Trying to get slightly different shades of the sea color. Teal is also one of my favorite colors. So the stencil goes down again. And I go in with this. So if you use about 3 or 4 colors that work well together, like this has like colors of the sea, different shades, it makes for a really nice print. And here we have, this is a very nice print. You can see the different colors. The blue, cerulean blue, the teal, the lime green, and the aqua green. So that's a really nice one. Once again, we have a ghost print. Now, if you get tears in your cardstock, you can always take some masking tape and tape it back down. So here we have another ghost print here. So I'm going to try to pull this up with a little bit of Naples hue. Naples yellow. And I'm going to use a clean sheet. Hopefully this will pull up. And it does, nice and clean off the plate. That's a nice ghost print. Okay, now I'm going to try a new set of colors. Again, using the rice paper. So I'm going to lay down this pink, rose pink. And the same stencil again. Normally I just take a plain, okay, let me just take the plain pull, solid pull. There we have that. Now I will use I think I'll do a little Naples yellow. Stencil goes down. Take this. There we have those colors. Once again, a ghost print. And let's see. I'm going to use one of our old ghost prints and see if I can just pull this up without adding any more paint. And since the wet strength tissue paper hugs the plate well, and it pulled it up. And there we can see all the layers there. So I'm glad I didn't add any more paint. Okay, now we'll go in with a lighter color pink. Stencil goes back down again. And I'm going to take this same one so using one stencil and pulling different prints, using paints that are either close to the same family, or paints that complement each other, yet you get a contrast. Makes for some beautiful prints. There you see the two dark pink and the Naples yellow behind. It's a nice soft print. Here's a ghost print. I'm going to take one of the other ghost prints. This yellow that didn't come out before, I'm going to pull it with that. Maybe we'll get something to show up. It's fun just to play around with the paints and the stencils. So it did pull up somewhat. Okay, we'll go in with one more color on that last print, which is medium yellow. Now this is going to go on top of the pink. The stencil down. And going in with this. The Naples yellow hue is a different yellow than this Liquitex. Liquitex one is, I think, a little bit more bolder. So whether you make your own stencils or you use the stencils you have, try using the same stencil about 4 times with different colors. Turn the stencil in different directions and see what you get. We see we get all of those colors. And our last ghost print that we will pull, it's yellow. You can't really see much of it at all. And not sure what to pull it with, which one to pull it with. So I'm just going to use a clean sheet. I can always use this pull again for something else. So we got a few nice ghost prints and 2 very nice prints. Okay, so we don't really get to see much with that, but that's okay. So let's look at what we have. We started with this, the different colors, a nice beautiful print. And this is the second one. So these are very nice. Came out well. With the same stencil, you see the design is staggered and it gives you a nice view. And here's one of the ghost prints. And here's another. And I like this one out of all the ghost prints. So try your hand at taking one stencil that has, nice openings, not too big. It can be small, so that you can pull them 4 times. This time I chose the types of paint, these sea colors, and these lighter, softer colors that I thought would blend nicely together. Thanks for joining me today. Keep doing art. Go with it. Don't think too much about it. Be very intuitive. Create, enjoy, experiment, and have loads of fun with it. Till next time.